Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to MHF. I said it on my channel. The treble is off. It's off. Alhamdulillah. It's off. Welcome everyone to MHF. Make sure to hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Come on, this is a legendary stream. I cooked Hamza, and of course, tomorrow on Al Ahwa, it will be absolutely fantastic. 11 p.m. UK time, guys. You have to tune in. It will be Hamza, it will be Saad, there will be a legendary cooking people. You know it. You know what? Hit that like button. We got 400 people in the house. So we're going to dissect the games. We're going to talk about the games. We're going to talk about what happened in both games, how Real Madrid went through, how Manchester City completely bottled it, people. Arsenal, though, on the other hand, I don't think they bottled it. It's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. I said it's going to be one goal in them. People just don't know. People don't listen. And Bayern Munich really just, it was one moment, lapse of concentration from Arsenal. Kimmich capitalized. Game over, done. You're out of the Champions League. That's how it works. Manchester City learned the hard way. It's Arsenal first year, and they got out. But I think for this notion that because we have position, we cannot get cooked. It's because we had the position of in the game. We cannot get cooked. We came to play and they came to defend. Well, defending is part of the game. But Man City fans sit here, and with all due respect to all Man City fans, you guys sit here and tell us all the time, well, we have been supporting Man City. So, football is not only about I have position. Football was not invented when Pep Guardiola. Football was not invented when Pep Guardiola came to the world. Football was before that. Football was AC Milan in the 90s. Football was Juventus in the 90s. Football was before Pep Guardiola's time. And for Arsenal, I think it's a learning curve. I know that a lot of people want to cook Arsenal fans, but I don't think anyone has the right to cook Arsenal fans. You can cook the guys that said 4-0, and when we told them that you're not a big dog in the Champions League, some of them said, no, we are good. But some of the people said that a lot of people predicted Arsenal to win the first game 3-0. And listen, a lot of people said that Arsenal are better than this Bayern Munich team, and they're going to go to the Allianz and win. To be honest with you, yes, Arsenal missed a chance or two. But to be honest with you, when I was watching the game today, I saw no world where Arsenal going through. And I think they played well, Arsenal. They didn't play bad at all. But people just want to cook them. Simple. We can talk about the tactics and in the game and what they did wrong and what he did wrong. Arteta and the substitutions and the Sakas and the Odegaards and the Rices. But this is what you expect in the Champions League. You're playing a team with Champions League's winner in there. Like they had people that won the Champions League before playing in this game. And the capital.
Here we go. More giving Arsenal fans an out again. Here we go. Yeah, like give them an out. Give them. Oh, it's okay.
Not an out. That's
guys, it's not about the trophies. It's about the friends that we make along the way. We made so many friends this season.
But for Man City, it's different.
We made so many, Bayern Munich friends and, Feyenoord friends and Lens friends and Sevilla friends. We made so many friends this year. It's about the friends you make along the way. Dortmund beat Atletico. Stop waffling. Dortmund beat Atletico. Dortmund are a nobody team that no one even expected to be in this position. They beat Atletico. Why are you giving them excuses when you yourself on the watch along earlier on said verbatim, word for word, letter for letter, you said this is a team that is beatable. You said it while you're watching the game. So if this was Ribéry, Robben, Schweinsteiger, I'd be like, okay, Habibi, that team was different. Or even hatta the team with Lewandowski in it or whatever, be like, okay. But this team was beatable. This team, with all due respect, Mo, played De Ligt and Eric Dyer at the back. And you're out here giving excuses to Arsenal Football Club. There is no excuses today. And also, let's just pile on while we're at it. Didn't they all want Zinchenko dropped? Tomiyasu started today. Why didn't he win the game? Isn't it all Zinchenko's fault? I swear Jesus didn't start the game either. I don't think Jesus started the game. Yeah, Jesus didn't start the game. And you also lost. So how come that's the case? How come the two players that you scapegoat are the case? Like that's what I'm saying, because I feel like every time we speak about Arsenal, we always, here's the thing. I cannot in one breath speak like Arsenal is a big club, and then in the other breath act like Arsenal are basically Newcastle in the Champions League, or Stoke City, or Leicester just qualified, for the first time ever. Arsenal are a big club, they're a big institution with expectations, with a lot of money spent. There is no need to scapegoat every week. Zinchenko, Jesus, today they didn't play. They played the team. Today, Arteta played the team that all the Arsenal fans wanted to play. Well, no Jesus, no Jesus, no Zinchenko. Both of them were on the bench. Bayern team today is very beatable. You see here, even Arsenal fans are telling me, get into the scapegoaters. They know the reality of the situation, Mo. So what we cannot do is giving them an exit. Liverpool Football Club qualified for the Champions League for the first time, I believe, in 4 or 5 years under Jurgen Klopp, and we got to the final year one. So let's not sit up here and act like they were taking on an impossible task. Had Arsenal lost to Real Madrid, had Arsenal lost to like a Manchester City, whatever, even Atletico, with like Diego Simeone shithousing or whatever, okay. But at the end of the day, Arsenal are a big club, and today Bayern were beatable, and today Bayern were there for the taking, and they did not take it. This is the first Bayern team to not win a league title in the last 10 years. 10 years of Robert Kovac managing Bayern, of managers that if I told you managed Bayern, you wouldn't even believe me. Some of you don't even know the names of the managers that I would state. And they still ended up winning the Bundesliga. Today, this year, they haven't even won the Bundesliga. This isn't even the best team in Germany anymore. Leroy Sané hasn't played well for the last 5-6 months. Musiala is their star boy, we already know this, but the rest of the team, with all due respect, Eric Dyer was the centre back at the back. Matthias de Ligt was the centre back at the back. So what we need to do is, number one, stop treating Arsenal like they're Stoke City. Number two, stop scapegoating. Simple. Because today proved once and for all, it's not all on Zinchenko and it's not all on Gabriel Jesus, because they both didn't play today. So this is the reality. So Arsenal went to Bayern. That's very beatable, that they should have beat, and they did not beat. No excuses. All these excuses, all this loser mentality, we cannot have it to show it to Arsenal fans like they're someone. Respectfully, Dortmund beat Atletico. Like, what are we doing here? Borussia Dortmund, they're fourth in the Bundesliga. They beat Atletico Madrid, who many people had as favorites to even go through in this competition. So what I'm not going to do is give them excuses. There is no excuses. There is no out. Arsenal should have won today's game. De Ligt
No.
and Eric Dyer are through.
Wrong.
Not the
No.
best centre-back partnership in Europe.
No, when you finish, let me know.
I've finished. خلاص. All I'm saying is,
Habib, here's my opinion about it. And Husam has his opinion. It's a free world, right? It's a free world. The fact that Husam said this Bayern Munich, all what Husam said are facts. This might be the weakest Arsenal Bayern Munich team. Thomas Tuchel. Now, I'm not with him about Thomas Tuchel, because Thomas Tuchel is good in managing knockout stages game. What I'm not with him is that he's trying to tell. He's actually, in Arabic, we have a say, بيقوم على عوم. So he's literally repeating what Arsenal fans are saying, and he's judging them based on what they say. But I'm not. I don't do this. Footy Judge Mo, I don't do this. Right? I don't do this. I don't. My point, I was very clear from the beginning of this draw. I said Arsenal aren't favorites against Bayern Munich for the reasons that I stated before. That they have no experience in this competition at this stage, that the second leg is played at the Allianz Arena, and it's hard to beat Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena from Arsenal. Might be different in the Bundesliga. My point about this is very simple, right? It's very simple. Arsenal aren't experienced they are babies in the Champions League, right? They are babies. The fact Husam wants to judge Arsenal based on their form in the league, and I'm not going to do this. I'm not. Some of these players, the first time ever to play in the Champions League and to play in the Allianz Arena away from home, when you didn't win your first game, it's tough, right? Yeah. It's tough.
We didn't win our first game. We beat them 3-1.
Even Manchester City See, this is difference. The fact that Hussam keeps saying this, Arsenal aren't Liverpool. Arsenal aren't Liverpool.
From what
Arsenal are
perspective?
still, from the squad experience, from the manager experience, from the fact that this team hasn't played in European competitions
Jorginho's
like this
experience,
before.
Havertz's experience,
Havertz isn't
Jesus'
experienced.
experience, Zinchenko's
Havertz,
experience.
Havertz is a young player that was
Yeah, he only
actually
scored the
has so
goal in the
much
Champions League
pressure.
final. That's not
He
experience.
actually was so much is young. As a team, they aren't experienced. I actually think Hussam wants just to banter Arsenal fans,
I have
and I'm
not
not
said
going to do
anything
that. If
that's
he wants,
bantering.
by the
Okay,
way,
now you
I'm
have to
telling
stop waffling. Now you have to stop waffling. Now you have to stop waffling.
540
No, no,
people
because you
here.
will not change what I say. You will not change what I say, and I don't want to scream at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. I've been saying since August Bayern are crap. It has nothing to do with league form or whatever. If you ask me in August, do I think Bayern would win the Bundesliga? I'd
Bayern
say
in the
yes.
champ.
I'd have said
So
in
the difference
August.
between me and you.
Let me finish.
Okay, so
I'd have said
if
they
you
would
say
have
that,
won. Let me finish. Let me finish. They would have won the Bundesliga in August. Second of all, I am not repeating what the Arsenal fans are saying. I don't care what the Arsenal fans say.
sure.
I'm stating my own. I'm stating my honest opinion. If I've been saying factually since August that Bayern are crap, then that's just my honest opinion of
Can I
Bayern
ask you
Munich.
something? If
As,
Arsenal played
well, let
Atletico
me
Madrid
finish.
with the,
As a team, it has
no, but
nothing to do
you're
with what
you're
Arsenal
wrong.
fans are. No, no, 1 second. It has nothing to do with what Arsenal fans are saying. I am not copying what any Arsenal fan says. I'm not trying to banter them. I'm simply giving them the harsh hitting reality. This is not a good Bayern team. This is a Bayern team that is beatable. And if you want to see how beatable they are, watch the next round. So let's just not sit up here and now
If I
and and
okay, if
and
I
act like
see
Bayern
here,
are a good team.
okay, here is the difference between me and Hussam. I actually was very clear. Even this beatable Bayern team is more favorites in the Champions League than Arsenal. Even this fourth in the La Liga, Atletico Madrid, right, who got knocked out by Borussia Dortmund, whatever happened in that game, before if they played Arsenal, I would have picked them. Simple. It's very
Mm-hmm.
simple. Like, guys, there's 550 people here, almost 600 people in this time of the day. Guys, we aren't even on 100 likes. Can you believe that,
You
guys?
bunch of frauds.
Wallah, you guys are enjoying the stream, but you aren't even like, you're not, this is not serious. This is not serious. You guys are, how are we sitting here and you aren't liking the damn video?
This button right here. You guys are mocking the Arsenal forwards for not being clinical. How about you be clinical yourself, you bunch of frauds? 600 people. Let's get to 200 likes ASAP. Forget 100. Yalla, hit the like button right now. It's a free button. It helps the channel out. We told you guys we need your help at the start. So, get the likes up. Yalla, subscribe to MHF. The road to 3K continues. We're closing in on 2.7K. Let's get there. You get me? We're 20 subscribers away. So subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button right now. And mods, keep pushing it. I see Tyler and all the guys pushing it. Keep pushing it in the chat as well. We need you guys to hit the like button right now. Okay, Mo. Let us get to an agreement, even though we disagree in the grand scheme of things. I will ask you a series of short questions just to tell you why I have reached a different conclusion. Do you agree this is not a good Bayern side?
Yes.
Okay. Do you agree, based on what you've seen today, based on the 90 minutes, Bayern were beatable?
Equal to Arsenal, yes. They are beatable.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Equal
They
to
aren't
Arsenal.
invincible, yes.
Fairs. So my question now becomes, why do we give Arsenal an out? Because Arsenal are either a big club or they're Stoke City. If today it was Newcastle, I'll just say one statement and then I'll let you answer. If today it was Newcastle, okay? Mo, Newcastle today were in the Champions League quarterfinals. They lost 1-0 to Bayern Munich. You know what I will say? Well done, Newcastle. You have a team to be proud of. You've come really far and you've done really well because they just started. Arsenal, 700 million, 4 years into a project, cannot be losing to Eric Dyer and Matthias de Ligt. If that is an agenda and that's banter, then I don't know what real football talk is now.
Okay. On real, even though they are beatable, on paper, I still would pick them to win against Arsenal. Does that make sense? The fact that they are beatable doesn't mean that it's full-on conclusion that Arsenal should win the game. Again, let me repeat that statement again. In football, the fact that a team is beatable, that means it's not full-on conclusion that you should beat them. Right? Real Madrid are a beatable team. Right? But if they win, it's okay. It's an acceptable result. I think Arsenal's result today is an acceptable result for the facts, the common facts. And I'm going to ask you small questions. Is Thomas Tuchel better and have more experience in knockout stages than Arteta?
Is Thomas Tuchel better than Arteta in the Champions League?
Yes.
But you know what? That's a bad question. Tuchel has been in the Champions League last 5 years. Arteta first time in Champions League.
But that's what I mean. That's the whole point.
No,
That Thomas
no,
Tuchel
but
has way more
my only
experience.
problem is your argument can't be experience alone, Mo.
Not only.
You cannot keep saying experience every
Actually,
time.
it's actually today it is proven that some of the Arsenal players in the Champions League, they play different. And I'm gonna say this, okay? Since the Porto first game, the qualities of Arsenal fans in the Arsenal players in the league cannot be translated into the same qualities in the Champions League, and it has been proven in 4 games.
Yeah, we've seen that with Pep his first 5 years. I'm in agreement with you.
My point
I have no
about
problem
this
with
is
what you're saying.
that's it. Wallahi, that's my point. My point is I'm not giving them an excuse to lose.
So you're saying you need individual brilliance.
Not only you need to translate. Okay, here is the thing. To translate your league form into Champions League, it needs experience, it needs composure. The Arsenal don't have. Their manager don't have it. Their fans don't have it, and their players don't have it. So they couldn't. Today, well, let me tell you an example. Declan Rice today, for example, didn't look great. He just didn't. He just didn't.
Okay. Carry on.
He just didn't, right?
But you see why this is where I have to stop now.
Why?
Declan Rice has won the Conference League with West Ham.
The Conference League is different than playing in the fucking
Allianz Arena. I know in the Conference League.
It's just different. Fiorentina played in the Conference League.
Okay, Mo.
The Allianz Arena is different.
Halas, he's lost it. Mo, in the Conference League, winning the Conference League with West Ham is the equivalent of Arsenal winning the Champions League. It's the equivalent for the size of the football club. When I say Conference League, I know in the Conference League there is no Real Madrid, there is no Barcelona, there's no Liverpool, there's no Man United. I understand that. But he was playing for West Ham. So he's traveled away to European stadiums. He's done that in Europe, both home and away, and they ended up winning the Conference League, which is a European competition that West Ham have never won. Kai Havertz scored in a Champions League final. Jorginho was nominated for a Ballon d'Or while playing for Chelsea in the
was
Champions
a
League.
shit player at Chelsea.
It doesn't matter.
Scoring a goal.
You see how when I disproved experience point, he talks about quality now. Suddenly Havertz is shit.
What do you
Isn't
mean?
that argument experience alone?
Yeah, I said experience as a team. Pep Guardiola got a lot of players that played in the Champions League before.
Zinchenko has experience. Jesus has experience.
Okay.
You're arguing experience or quality. Choose.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, HUSAM.
Choose if it's experience or quality.
Habibi, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, and you keep ignoring, HUSAM. You keep ignoring what I say. Experience as is in a team together. It's not about individual, because if that's your case, Chelsea would have succeeded. Putting players like this together, it's the first time they play in the Champions League, and they aren't playing scrubs. They're playing Bayern Munich in Allianz Arena.
Are you done?
No, HUSAM, please. If we're gonna argue and talk, don't ignore my points and talk about other points.
I'm not ignoring your points at all.
Please
I think your argument is flawed to begin with.
It's not. I don't think. Who do they have more experience at this team?
Yeah, 1 second. You just said experience as a team, not as individuals, right?
Yes.
As a team, 17-18 was the first time Liverpool played in the Champions League as a team together. We got to the final. Explain it to me. As a team. Don't tell me this guy was experienced outside Liverpool. Yalla, your argument is as a team. Go on.
But you had a manager that went to the final of the Champions League.
See how it changes? Arteta was the assistant with Pep.
Habibi, assistant is different. Assistant, the year before you went to the final of the Europa League with Pep, with Jurgen Klopp. Arsenal got knocked out.
You dismissed my Conference League point. Now Europa League matters?
No. You went to the Europa League. Your manager, there are many points. Why do you ignore?
But Rice won the Conference League, not just went.
You're not letting me talk.
Okay? No, I have no.
You are not letting me talk, and I'm about to lose it.
I destroyed his argument. Go ahead.
I will mute. Not yet. Why don't you answer? Okay, answer me. Didn't Jurgen Klopp reach a Champions League final with Dortmund and manage them years in the Champions League? Yes or no? Yes or no? Just answer. Yes or no?
Yes.
Answer. Okay.
Yes.
Has Arteta ever managed in the Champions League as a head coach of a team, leading the team? Ever?
No.
That's it. That's my point. Number one. Number two.
So he made it manager.
Number two. It's not as a team. It's your manager, your team as a collective, right? They lack composure. It is very obvious. And by the way, people don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and people not gonna like it, right? I am treating Arsenal in the Champions League as a small team.
Okay, خلاص. Now you admit it. It's fine.
But I said that before when I said who's your
No,
daddy?
no. Now you made that point. خلاص. Because you know
يا ابني خلاص ايه I said that and they laughed at me, they hated me.
No, 1 second, because you know what the difference now becomes? I simply treat Arsenal as a big club and you treat them like a small club.
No.
Fine.
I treat Arsenal in Europe as a small team.
Okay, no problem. And I treat them as a big team. So where do you
That's
go from here?
خلاص. That's the whole thing.
Exactly. There you are. There you are. I this is the easiest dunk I've had in YouTube history.
Dunk?
Ever. Easiest dunk.
Bro, why dunk?
I dunked on your head top for the last 20 minutes.
Who's of us is right? Who is right? Okay, guys, in the
Of
chat,
course I'm right.
600 people, fucking 600 fucking people here. And this guy, it's so easy to say I dunked. At the
I
end,
did.
I want everyone in the chat to tell me yes or no. Are
No,
Arsenal?
Hussam or Mo.
No.
Choose a name.
Not
Who
Hussam
won
or
the
Mo.
debate? Hussam or Mo? Simple.
Are
One word
Arsenal? Wait. Hassam, let me ask them. Are Arsenal a big team in Europe? Yes or no? Are Arsenal a big team in Europe? Yes or no?
Mo, stop asking stuff
Okay,
that we disagree with.
Ziad, hold that. Ziad, you're in the chat. Hold that. Ziad, hold that.
You hold that. You hold
Ziad,
that.
time out. Watch without
I will
commenting,
answer.
Ziad.
No, Mo, you cannot do this. You cannot time out everyone who.
I am
Okay,
timing out
forget-
Ziad, hold that. You can text us on the group. Ziad Lahwa group. Right? I'm timing you out.
Okay, Mo. Now that we've asked your question, guys.
Now you
breaking
rebuttal that question then. Rebuttal that question.
Breaking news: Arsenal have no Champions Leagues. It's okay.
Not only.
Atletico have no Champions Leagues, yet so many people had them as favorite for winning the Champions League.
I'm gonna
Atletico. 1 second, don't interrupt. Chat. Now we do it. Now we answer my question. Who has won this argument? Hussam or Mo? All I'm saying is one word answer. First of all, don't write me your paragraph. Just write me Hussam, Mo. Simple. All I'm saying is
انت هقول لك انا you got
if
your
Arsenal are-
Sims.
يا أخي let me
You
speak.
got your
خلينا-
Sims.
I
You
have to
got
make
your
the ground
Sims.
statement. I have to make the ground. مؤمن الساعة 2:51 a.m. Let me speak. I don't want to shout and wake up my family. All I'm saying, Habibi, is as follows. If we are going to treat Arsenal like a small club,
In
like
Europe.
what you're doing,
In Europe,
you're
yes.
giving them excuses
Yes.
and you're giving them an out and you're giving them an exit.
Yes.
That's a you problem. I'm
Okay.
treating Arsenal like a big club. I'm saying Arsenal's a big club. I'm saying Arsenal's the third biggest club in England. Therefore, I refuse to say them losing to a beatable Bayern Munich side is okay because they have 0 Champions Leagues. That's not how it works.
No, that's
Atletico
not how
Madrid
it
beat
works.
you. You have 3 Champions Leagues. They have 1.
Once you're done,
They have 0.
I'm gonna
AC Milan, who has 7 Champions Leagues, lost to Roma, who has 0.
I'm gonna answer. Now I'm gonna answer him, right? Now I'm
And
gonna
this
answer.
is the reality. This is thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin. This is the reality.
طب
Just
I'm
admit,
Hassan,
just admit that
now?
Arsenal
Can I
fans
talk?
will have a loser mentality. I'm gonna
Can I
let you
talk
cook me.
now?
Can I cook Martin for 10 seconds? The problem, Martin, this just proves I'm so glad you agree with Mo. I'm so glad. All the people that
By the way,
agree
he's
with me
rattled because everybody says Mo in the chat.
No, I'm not rattled at all.
He's
Wallahi,
so
I'm not
rattled, guys.
Wallahi,
So he's
I'm not
waiting.
rattled.
So
I'm
Martin
just
he
rattled
is
that I
so
can't
rattled
speak to
that
people
he
that are
chose to cook. Bro, listen, Hussam is so rattled that he chose to cook an Arsenal fan. All of that because he said progress, baby.
Okay.
All he said.
Are you done?
Hussam is so rattled, guys, in the
Can I
chat.
speak? Or
You
you want
guys
me to
rattled
exit?
the guy that he
You want me
chose
to exit and
to
you can do
address
solo if you want?
Martin. To address Martin. See,
Okay, no
he's so
problem. I'll
rattled.
exit here. Yalla.
He is so rattled, guys. Hussam is so rattled. He chose to address Martin in the chat because I asked one question. I asked, are you Arsenal a big club in Europe? And everybody said no. Argument is over. First year back in the Champions League, argument is done. He's done. He's done out here. Wallahi, he's done. He just wants to banter Arsenal fans. That's all he wants, right? That's all he wants. He doesn't want me to talk. He doesn't want me to speak, right? So here it is for you guys. On MHF, this is what happens. And you go. I'm silent now and I'm done, right?
Can I actually just speak for 10 seconds?
Absolutely. I'm going to give you you have 1 minute.
Because it relates to the point. You're missing the point. Him saying progress, baby, is exactly the problem with the Arsenal fan mentality. This is the problem. You are going to be losers forever. I am not bantering, I am not cooking. If I'm bantering or I'm cooking, all I have to do is this. خلاص, I've bantered. Done. Yalla, Odegaard, take pictures same way you were taking against Liverpool. Take pictures. See, you can take pictures of our 6 Champions Leagues. I didn't even mention 6. I didn't say anything that's banterous. I'm simply talking about the mentality. If Liverpool were in this Champions League, even with the shit players that we have, and we got knocked out to Bayern Munich, I would cook every single one of these guys because it's not acceptable and it's not good enough. I am not getting knocked out to Eric Dyer, Matthias de Ligt. I'm not getting knocked out to Goretzka, who is Henderson of Germany. That's not who I'm gonna get knocked out to. I am gonna if Arsenal got knocked out by Real Madrid, I wouldn't say shit. I wouldn't say nothing. Well done to you. You get knocked out by Real Madrid. They're an incredible team. All of that shit. When you look at the current state of the Arsenal side, on paper, they are much better than Bayern Munich. Fuck the experience, which has become the new buzzword to protect Arsenal asses. At the end of the day, Arsenal are the better team on paper. It's not just about experience, because as I've given multiple examples already, West Ham have won the Conference League, and they have zero European heritage whatsoever. They have never been there. They've done nothing in the whole competition history. And a Conference League to West Ham is the equivalent of a Champions League to Arsenal. Because West Ham are a mid-table club. I've seen West Ham get relegated about 3 times my whole life. They won a Conference League. So that to them is the biggest trophy they've won in their whole life. We saw in the Europa League, Atalanta beat Liverpool. Here, you guys want to mock it in the chat, صح? No problem. Atalanta, on paper, worse than Liverpool. On paper, way less experienced than Liverpool. Going to Anfield, they won 3-0. We have seen Roma, with zero heritage, beat AC Milan in their own backyard. We can go on and on and on with heritage, with experience, with all these buzzwords. I'm not saying buzzwords. I am not bantering. I am saying Arsenal Football Club were better than Bayern and are expected to beat Bayern. And this is the worst Bayern side in about 15 years. And they're not winning the Bundesliga because they're losing to Spurs of Germany. I'm supposed to sit up here and give them excuses for getting knocked out to Eric Dyer because they have no experience. So now it's okay for them to lose the Premier League. According to Mo, he said it himself. Adi if they lost the Premier League, but unless they only have a chance in match day 37. So if 2 games before the end, Arsenal have a chance, Adi. Arteta doesn't have to get sacked. Nothing needs to happen. So if they lose the Premier League, but they were in with a chance, match day 37. And if they lose in the Champions League, Adi. Forget the 700 million he spent. Forget the fact that we said the same exact shit last season. Verbatim. Next year is the year in which Arteta is going to win. Go watch all the Arsenal fans when they signed Declan Rice. We now finally have the player when Thomas Partey is injured is going to play. Okay, here. But Declan Rice is here. Yalla, talk to me. What happened? Wasn't your excuse the entirety of last season Partey was injured and Saliba was injured? Today, both of them were on the pitch. Why couldn't you beat Eric Dyer and Matthias de Ligt? And you're sat here. This is not Ribery. This is not Robin. This is not Lewandowski. This is not the great Bayern side. Even Neuer is about 48. So let's not sit up here and give them excuses and give them an out. It is not okay if they come out of the season with nothing. It's not okay. They have to win something. And the truth of the matter is, if they don't win the league and they don't win the Champions League, they have failed. All these friends we made along the way and experience, and it's a learning curve. Habibi, you've been learning for the last 6 years. You've spent 700 million. Enough learning now. You have to deliver. Done.
Okay. My point is, there is no factual evidence that in the Champions League, Arsenal are better. The only thing we can say is that Bayern are playing bad this season and Arsenal are playing well in the league. While in the Champions League, it's a different story. My proof about this, and it's not only about experience or anything, Champions League is about moments. It's about moments, and it's about to have different players that can deliver. Arsenal today lacked a Joshua Kimmich. Arsenal today lacked a Manuel Neuer. Arsenal today lacked a Thomas Tuchel on the sideline that made some subs that didn't look like it's okay for anybody. He put 4 center backs on the pitch to protect and have the ball. Arsenal didn't have a Leon Goretzka, right? My point about it is that the Champions League, and I always maintain this, by the way, guys, it's not like the experience is part of it. The moments are part of it. Arsenal in the Champions League, it's different than Liverpool playing in the Champions League under a manager that can actually change the game by his tactics. That's Jurgen Klopp. When Jurgen Klopp managed Liverpool in 2017, 2018. Manchester City were in the Champions League before them and got knocked out in the round of 16 the year before, and Europa League final, Liverpool lost. However, in the game against Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, by his experience completely and by his tactical genius that he used to have in the knockout stages, he actually knocked out Manchester City, even though at that time Manchester City were league champions. It's a combination, and this is what I point. It's a combination of factors why Arsenal got knocked out today and why it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for a couple of things, right? As a team, they have not played in the Champions League, so they don't have the composure. In the Champions League, Manchester City for years, by the way, for years lacked composure and adaptability and ways to change games, right? Arsenal might be a team that on paper, because we watch the Premier League, good and better than Bayern Munich on paper, right? But Bayern Munich, it's not only about heritage and experience, it's about small moments. This is why Real Madrid are the kings of this. Some of the times Ancelotti makes changes, right? Sometimes their players like Modric and Kroos come out with clutch. Benzema comes out clutch. Arsenal lack that. How do you build it? Year on year through. I am not giving them an excuse, by the way, for not winning the Premier League. By the way, HUSAM lied on my name and said that I'm giving them excuses. I am not.
I said the truth. Match day 37.
I said upset. Listen, I said upset when people sat on my streams, shout out to Rory, shout out to Tom, and said that we have to accept that Pep is the best and it's okay to lose to him. Never. It's never okay. In football, it's never okay. But in the Champions League, it's different. By the way, for Inter, I said it's not okay to lose the league, right? Yes, there are steps. But Arsenal this year, they should have won the league, in my opinion. But that's why I'm saying it's small moments, small margins, right? But in the Champions League completely today, they didn't get outplayed, by the way, by Bayern Munich. You lost based on moments.
Yeah, because Bayern are beatable. That's my point.
That's absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
That's why I just thought, by the way, I'm going to give you some argument.
Inter, we played Atletico Madrid, who are beatable. And we lost in penalties.
Yeah, but you were angry after you lost.
You know why? Yes, and I was angry, and I'm still angry.
Even if it was penalties, you were
and
angry.
I'm never telling Arsenal fans not to be angry. Do you know why we got beat?
No, but you can't argue because you're saying
because some of our players lacked the bottle, lacked the composure in front of the goal. They saw the Wanda Metropolitana and Simeone jumping like a cockroach on the sideline, and they shat their pants. Our players shat their pants. Last season, they shat their pants in the Champions League final, while some Man City players were more composed. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not here trying to tell Arsenal fans it's okay.
Okay, so you're blaming the players, not the manager.
I am blaming the whole thing at Inter.
The institution.
It's a collective. I am
okay,
saying
no
Arsenal,
Arsenal
as a team.
Let me explain something to you. I have no problem with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm simply treating Arsenal different. You get me? I'm just treating Arsenal.
Oh yeah, but I don't. But me and you.
You're basically saying Arsenal are a small club in Europe. Basically. I'm saying Arsenal are a big club in Europe.
In the quarterfinal, that's for me. In the quarterfinal against Bayern Munich team, I think it should be okay.
Yeah, why are you saying in the quarterfinal like they had to go through tough as fuck teams to get here? Ya habibi, they beat Porto, Sevilla, PSV, and Lens. Have some shame, يعني more.
And they got knocked out against the first strong team they faced.
Strong, okay. But one thing you have to say, I'm been consistent since August. Have I ever called Bayern strong? Be honest. Forget the league, even in the UCL conference.
Never.
Never.
Has Mo ever said that Arsenal are favorites against Bayern Munich? Ever?
No.
Okay. Do you remember when Mo said I want Arsenal in the knockout stages? Do you remember? Do you think why I said that?
Yeah, you said that. Yes,
do you know why I said that?
You already explained.
On MHF, I treat Arsenal. By the way, I don't treat Arsenal as a club, as a small club. I treat this Arsenal team, this particular Arsenal team, this year, right, as a small club in Europe. Very simple. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If Chelsea next season reach the Champions League, okay, let me just explain to you guys. I'm going to give you a hypothetical. If Chelsea get to a Champions League spot next season, that would be 4 years for them without Champions League. Some of their players never played Champions League before together. Never. I am not gonna say that Chelsea have heritage and a big club and should win the Champions League. I'll be lying.
Yeah, but I never
Again.
said Arsenal should win the Champions League. I just said Arsenal should beat Bayern. That's all I said.
You literally said today that it's 55 Bayern Munich, 45 Arsenal. You
Yeah, but
literally
even
said on the
pre-game
stream
when they asked
yesterday.
you asked me what's your prediction, I said Arsenal go through. I've said it.
Huh?
I've said Arsenal go through from the start, and even yesterday when I was asked,
And
I
then
said
after,
Arsenal go
why
through.
didn't you change your opinion after the first game?
I didn't change my opinion after the first game because I just think Bayern are crap. That's my opinion that has not changed from August.
Yeah, are crap, but Arsenal in the Champions League are a smaller team.
Mo, they're playing Eric Dyer at the fucking back. Can we actually say it as it is?
And freaking Arsenal are playing freaking Tomiyasu.
The guy that the
And they have
entirety of the
David
Arsenal
Raya in
fan
the
base wants-
goalkeeper. And they have David
the
Raya
guy
in
that the
goalkeeper.
entirety of the Arsenal
See,
fans
now you are
wanted
doing
to
what
start.
Arsenal fans. Now you are doing. Now you are now. You
Name
are
one Arsenal
punish-
fan who didn't
You
want
are
Tomiyasu
pun-
starting
You are
over
punishing.
Zinchenko.
You are okay. If we're gonna sit on this stream and punish Arsenal fans for what they say, I am with you 100%. Shake your hand. Let's do it.
Okay,
Right?
I even think personally, forget Arsenal fans, Tomiyasu is better than Zinchenko. So where do we go from here?
I don't think so.
You think Zinchenko is better than Tomiyasu?
100%. He's a better football player.
There you are.
Tomiyasu today proved that he's not good. He's not good
No,
on the
but
ball.
Tomiyasu would be the obvious one to start today because he's just a more solid defensive option. Yani. That's it.
I don't get you guys. You guys just want to treat Arsenal like a giants in Europe where they haven't freaking reached. This team has never played in the Champions League. The club has not been in a knockout stages of the Champions League for 10 years. And we want to treat them like, yes, you are big. You should. Oh, come on. Wallahi, this is crazy.
Yeah, they're not a giant, but they're a
Let's
big
do a
club.
super chats. Let's do super
You're
chats.
treating them like they're Newcastle. That's the difference.
In the Champions League, yes, they are.
Okay, خلاص. But admit it, own it then.
Yeah, okay, I said that.
Okay, so the reason why I'm beating up Arsenal right now is because I actually respect them and treat them like a big club. You're indirectly saying Arsenal are a bitch and people are clapping for you.
No, but don't change my word and say it, bitch. You just
Indirect.
say the Arsenal are big in the Champions League to banter them. I believe
No.
so. You are
No, I
disingenuous
have
and you
never
say
said
that to banter them.
No,
because in
Arsenal
Europe
played
they have
Champions
no history. They have no history.
There you are.
The club. Okay, so hold on. The club.
What history does Atalanta have?
This team has no Champions
Tell
League
me Atalanta
experience.
history.
What does this have to do with Atalanta?
Tell me West Ham history.
What does this have to do with it? They're playing
Because
Europa League.
all this giant
in the
talk,
Champions League.
you're
But
actually the one doing narratives, not me.
I'm not. I'm actually.
And
I believe
when
every
I
word
was
I say.
asked, when I was asked what are the 5 favorites this season for the Champions League,
I
Manchester
never said
City-
Arsenal. I never said Arsenal.
Okay,
Never.
forget what
Mo,
you said. I'm saying
Mo
what I
never
said.
said Arsenal. Mo
Okay, no problem.
never said Arsenal.
Okay, I said Manchester City, Real Madrid, Atletico, Inter, Arsenal. Those were my top 5.
I never said Arsenal. I actually.
Okay, but I
thought
said
Bayern-
that's why I'm punishing
خلاص
them.
انت your argument يا أخي. It's your argument.
Okay, it's my argument because I actually think Arsenal are a big club. You're
I
the one
don't have to
saying they're a
believe in your
small club in
argument.
Europe.
I don't have and don't I don't have to believe in your argument.
Yeah,
I
it's
never-
fine.
Bro, I ranked Arsenal similar to Barcelona in the Champions League round of 16. Or
You
no,
put them 6th.
quarter final. I said they are I said PSG are above Arsenal in the Champions League. That's me. And you say own it. I literally said it. I said Dortmund below them, and then Barcelona and Arsenal and everyone else.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Using your initial logic, though, why you're trying to tear down my argument, Barcelona have a lot of experience and they have 5 Champions Leagues, so it's
No,
crazy
it's not
narrative.
about that. But anyway,
Yeah, it's not about that.
Barcelona
See how it just
have-
debunked 35 minutes of
Barcelona
debunking.
played in the Champions League last season. Barcelona played in the
Yes,
Champions League the
They
season
have
before.
experience.
As a team as well, they still have experience in this competition. They faced Bayern Munich and Inter in the group last season, so they have experience. Anyway, let me do the super chats. Thank you, everybody, guys. We are over about 600 people here, and we aren't even on 300 likes. That's embarrassing from you. Andrew saying, "Is 5 Champions League in 20 years embarrassing?
For the Premier League.
Is it overrated?" And Bob Paisley is clear of Pep dominated Europe and England.
I mean, Bob Paisley is better than Pep is common knowledge. Bob Paisley is definitely better than Pep. Bob Paisley speaks to Ferguson in terms of greatest managers of all time. So that's where we put Bob Paisley. We put Bob Paisley either 1 or 2. That guy dominated Europe and England, only English team to do it. 5 Champions Leagues in 20 years. It will be very interesting to check actually who are the rest of the winners. because there's 0 from France. I think there's about
Uh,
two or three from Germany, which is all Bayern, and the rest should all be Serie A. Who won from Serie A last 20 years
two,
more?
AC
One
Milan and
second,
Inter.
it's 2024.
2003. Okay. Let me just count the Champions
2003
League.
not inclusive because 20 years he said.
Okay, let me count the Champions Leagues. Okay, but they haven't. Let me count the Champions League. 2003 AC Milan, 4 Porto, 5
Okay, now we see Liverpool.
Liverpool,
6 Barcelona,
6 Barcelona, 7 AC
7
Milan,
Milan,
8
Man
Manchester
United.
United, 9 Barcelona, 10
Mhm,
Inter, 11
mhm.
Barcelona, 12 Bayern Munich and Dortmund, uh,
Yes.
13 Chelsea, 14 Real Madrid, 15 Barcelona, 16, 17, 18 Real Madrid, 19 Liverpool, 20 Bayern Munich, 21 Chelsea,
Mhm.
22 Real Madrid, and last season 23 is Manchester City.
Okay, so basically it's 3 Germany, 2 Italy, 5 Prem, and 10 La Liga. I don't think this means, by the way,
How is 3 Germany? 2 Germany only. Bayern Munich twice.
oh yeah, 2, my bad. Yeah, 2 Germany. So, um, yeah, so I don't think this is necessarily an indication that the Premier League is weak. I just think most of the best players in the world always flock to either Real Madrid or Barcelona. And this is just the reality that everyone just needs to just accept, basically.
Guys, it's just messy. Come on. It was messy world and we lived in it. Come on, just stop it.
No, but over the last 20 years, most players want to play for Barca or Madrid anyway. This is just a fact.
20 is saying Odegaard kills us against mid blocks, doesn't have a final pass, and gets bullied. However, no one wants to talk about it since he is El Capitano. Okay,
This is
Odegaard
the
was
same
in.
guy that said stop scapegoating. What did you make of Odegaard today?
It wasn't bad. Wasn't the worst player at all. He was all right. He created some.
Name the 3 worst Arsenal players.
Today,
Yes, 90 minutes today. 3
Martinelli,
worst.
Martinelli,
Okay.
Jorginho,
Okay.
and I think Jorginho, Martinelli, Kai Havertz. Oh my god, non-existent Kai Havertz again. I said, do you remember this morning when I did my solo show? I said that if Kai Havertz plays as a forward, he might just ghost. He's gonna get dominated physically by Eric Dyer and what's his name, Matthias de Ligt. Dominate.
Do you think Odegaard is a winner though? Do you think he's like
None of these
takes the
Arsenal
game
players
by
are
the scruff
winners.
of the
Bro.
neck?
No, of course not. I said that before.
Yeah, I don't think Odegaard is. I don't think he has that about him.
That's the winner's mentality. I know that the fire in him.
Because when Real Madrid sell a player, you have to be very worried because Real Madrid, when they get rid of players, either it's youngsters who don't make the cut or old players who are done. Essentially, a Varane, a Casemiro, players who are finished.
Or a youngster that cannot replace a player that actually is there.
Yeah.
Guys, Real
Because
Madrid sold Odegaard when they didn't have a number 10. You know that.
Bro, they have so many youngsters. Brahim Diaz, Kamavinga,
Ashraf
Chouameni, Hakimi, even that young Turkish kid, Guler. They have so many kids that are actually good. So if they kept a kid, if they didn't keep a kid, listen, fairs. I just think Arsenal fans, the one thing that today proves, I think even Mo will agree with this, you cannot keep saying Zinchenko, Jesus forever. Khalas, it's enough now. We get it.
خلاص, what is this? Oh my God, I'm done with Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. I'm done with Gabriel Jesus. I'm done with...
How many times have we heard it?
يا أخي, Tomiyasu played today. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. يا أخي, حرام.
Just say your team is not good enough, maybe overall.
Maybe you can say that. Maybe they can. If Arsenal win nothing and finish second, they haven't had a better season than Liverpool or Villa if they win a trophy.
That's also why one of your experience points is crazy. Didn't Aston Villa, didn't they beat the team last week?
What team?
They beat
أيوة.
bro, Lille was in the Champions League like last year, I think. They beat 2-1 Lille. They're in the Conference League semi-finals if they go
But
through.
the difference in quality is massive between Aston Villa and Lille, bro. That's what I think. This is what you are missing. This is what you're missing the point. Some of these Bayern Munich players will actually start for Arsenal. I think Manuel Neuer will start. I think Joshua Kimmich will start.
Okay.
I think Goretzka will start. I think Harry Kane will start.
Kane, yes.
He's definitely gonna start.
Goretzka
Odegaard. Okay, hold on. Goretzka, Odegaard,
Rice.
and Rice. That's his midfield.
No, not Goretzka though. Kimmich, I'm going.
No, Kimmich is right back. He's gonna start over Ben White. He started right back today. He played both games at right back. Harry Kane would start for them as a forward. And I think
Of
even
course.
Lorenzani would start with the left wing or something because he played half the season with the left winger.
No, but Sane hasn't been good this season. I think
But
you'd
he
go
would,
Musiala.
but he would start over
Musiala on the left is fair.
Okay, actually, Musiala or Odegaard. Just be honest. A number 10. Just be honest. Musiala played as a 10 today. Be honest. Musiala or Odegaard. Be honest. خلاص answer the question. يعني you don't have to like.
I'd say Musiala, even though I think Musiala is slightly overrated. I think he's a very good player.
Okay. So Musiala would start over Odegaard. On the left side, Sane would start over Martinelli. I'll give you Saka. But overall, there are 5 players from this Bayern Munich. And also, who's a better knockout stages coach? If you wanted someone to coach you in the Champions League, Arteta or Thomas Tuchel, you would definitely get. You would definitely get.
Okay, guys, because Arsenal are a small club, it's fine for them to get.
I like
out
HUSAM doing this. By the way, خلاص. HUSAM, every time you try to say that I say that, I'm gonna let you do it because that's the only argument you have.
You said they're a small club in Europe. I quoted
100%. But that's
خلاص,
all
I said it's okay because Arsenal is a small
have.
club in Europe.
All you have.
So if you get knocked out next season again, عادي. You're a small club in Europe. And the year after you get knocked out, عادي.
No, because you build experience.
Forever, you're a small club in
if
Europe.
next season, no. If next season, okay, so let me correct HUSAM here.
Yes.
If next season,
Very
Arsenal don't progress further in the Champions League, questions have to be asked.
Oh.
It's all
so next year, if they get semi-final and lose, عادي, because it's progression.
It depends. It depends who they lose
Yeah,
to.
it's about the friends we made along the way.
It's what a day, Vin. What a day. And I want to talk about Manchester City because I think actually we're crashing on the wrong club. We're definitely crashing on the wrong club. Borussia Dortmund would have clapped Arsenal. Vamos, Borussia. Big up.
If Borussia were playing Arsenal, who would you say would win more?
In hindsight or before they played Atletico Madrid?
And be honest.
Before, I would have said Arsenal.
Yeah, same.
Like I'm just being honest. Andrew's saying here, go check Liverpool 2008, 2005. No experience more.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough. Fair.
Thank you.
Andrew's saying 2005 knocked out English champions, beat Juve and AC Milan. No experience. It's not only about the experience, but also that one. HUSAM actually said before that was a freak thing. What Liverpool did in 2005, that was freak.
But it also shows that it's possible.
It's possible. And I said today,
okay, if something is possible and they aren't able to do something that is possible, I will therefore.
But the other team is possible as well to win it.
Yeah, okay, but it's no. That's different. Juve, and you know this for a fact. Juve in 05 and Inter in 05 were much stronger than Liverpool. Monsters, and we beat them. So let's not go there, Habib.
Only one is saying controversial, but if Arteta to go get Mourinho, absolutely not.
This is very controversial. I think the time of Mourinho is done now.
Bro.
However, it will be good for Arsenal mentality, though.
Starboy Saka saying you're going out against Atalanta, bro. Come on.
Everyone, spam the clapping emojis in the chat for Starboy Saka. Big up. Thank you, Siri. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Gmail, for letting me know something I do not know. And I've criticized the fuck out of my club and I've criticized all my players. I did not scapegoat like you do. I called everyone out. So hold that.
Ventaq saying Arsenal, including this season, starting 11 versus Bayern, had 164 games in Champions League. Oh my God. Thank you for the factual. Thank you, Ventaq, trying to prove
the rest.
Liverpool 17-18 final squad had 62 UEFA Champions League games before that.
Damn.
Okay. So this is
100 less games of experience.
This is directing it to me. Jurgen Klopp by himself coaching Liverpool at that time is bigger than Arteta coaching Arsenal. So it balances. Krigista Kevin is HUSAM. Most point is that they need a new dog and face.
Yeah, they need a new dog and a new face. By the way, Wynn's last name has been revealed. Fuck all.
Arsenal with Wenger had experience of getting to finals and were in the Champions League year in year out, had not enough experience to win it. What were they lacking? The bottle at that time.
See, now you're the one doing narratives, wallahi.
Wallahi, at that time, guys, Arsenal were lacking for some reason, Arsenal were lacking the bottle at that time.
By the way, big up to my guy Venta, because that's from Poland. Big up to you. I know one Polish word and it's a bad word, so I won't say it.
Martin, we needed a goal in the Champions League quarters away at Bayern, and we brought on Nketiah.
Yeah, but you had on Saka and had on Odegaard and had on Martinelli and had on Trossard. See, because you know why I called out Martin before you went on a crazy unnecessary rant, because I know the type of fan that Martin is, because we have them in our own fan base, Mo. Regardless of what happened, it's not a failure as long as like you make one better step. So Arsenal this summer could sign Ivan Toney and sign a winger and do all the shit that he asks for. Next season, if they get to the semi-final, get knocked out, they don't win the Premier League. Adi, as long as they progress. So that's the thing that I was calling out. We brought her in Nketiah. Okay, and they had Eric Dyer. Would you take Eric Dyer at the start of the season? No. Would you take Delete? No. If you're making combined 11, you'd put both Gabriel and Saliba ahead of them. Why didn't you take advantage? So call out the people that you should call out. Call out Saka. Call out Martinelli. Call out Trossard. Call out Odegaard. Call out all these people. Instead of calling out a fucking poor Eddie Nketiah who came off the bench.
Let me see what you're gonna do when I talk about Manchester City.
Oh, I'll say honestly what I think.
The floor is yours. You watch Manchester City game.
Oh, Manchester City losing to Real Madrid at home is 100% also a failure. Manchester City standards should be beating Real Madrid. I'm not going to sit up here and talk about heritage and all these fucking buzzwords and experience. I don't give a fuck. Modric, the most experienced player in the whole pitch, missed the penalty. Manchester City only have themselves to blame. Manchester City were the much better team than Real Madrid. They created the more dangerous chances, the more clear-cut chances. They just missed them all. You know, Kevin De Bruyne missed the sitter. Me and you reacted to it the same way. I thought Jack Grealish was by far the worst player on the pitch. By far the worst player on the pitch for Manchester City. Me and Mo actually agreed during the watch long. We're like, this guy is just too much. You know, yesterday, if you haven't watched yesterday's stream, go back and watch it after this one. Mo went on like a half an hour rant about Barcelona and Pep ruining football. Loki, after watching today's game, yahi, there's a point. Jack Grealish, bro, try dribbling past your fullback once. Is that okay? Can you try just one time dribbling past your fullback? He gets the ball, looks at Carvajal for 10 minutes straight, and then turn around, pass back, pass back, pass back. But we know we kept possession, and he has 100% passing accuracy. Yahi, who cares?
100% passing accuracy.
Jeremy Doku came on, who we all mock, and rightfully so, because he hasn't had a good season. Comes on, gets past Carvajal.
21 years old. At 21 years old.
21 years old, gets past Carvajal, attempts something. And I said this to Mo during the watch, and I was like, listen, Doku might attempt 10 things. Seven of them won't work. Adi, but at least you're trying to do something. You're trying to do something, and it's just not good enough at the end of the day. And I think Manchester City now, you know, it's funny actually, when I was talking to LB earlier on today, I said it's the FA Cup that I really expect that you will lose, because I feel like Chelsea have Manchester City's number. I feel like Chelsea really have Manchester City's number. So that's why I actually thought they'd get knocked out in the FA Cup. But, you know, Real Madrid, just as much as Arsenal, need to be disappointed in themselves. They were at home. And I think it's fair to say that Manchester City had the better team on paper. So I keep my energy the same. It's not about heritage or experience or any of that shit. Manchester City just did not finish their chances, did not finish their dinner. And that's what happened. Real Madrid defended really deep, which is very smart. And they took their moments when they could. And guess who was at fault for the only goal City conceded? Kyle Walker. I'm done, Mo. That's it. Here, I keep the same energy always.
Yeah, they fucking ruined football for the viewers, yeah. You know, I just remembered now. This Grealish and Doku thing. Do you know Man City fans, every time I did a stream with Man City fans, you know what they say? But Doku loses the ball more often. But Doku goes cross and nobody's there. But Doku tries to play the pass and it goes to a corner. We want the ball more. We want to keep the ball. You know, keep the ball. You know, you remember that video? Keep the ball to me. The ball to me. This is what Man City. This is what
the one before Chelsea game.
Yeah, this is what Pep Guardiola, the Victor Valdes thing. The ball to me. Wallah al-Azim, guys. And I'm telling you the truth. Man City fans, I feel sorry for you. You're a victim. Wallah, you are a victim. I know you won a lot of trophies, but you're a victim. Your understanding of football.
Victim with 115 charges.
You are a victim. You're a victim of Pep Guardiola. You're a victim. You really convinced yourself last season, but because Jack Grealish have 100% pass accuracy, pass back accuracy, that this is good football. That this is what football is. That they bring kids, young kids, and they tell them pass back. You can be a winger, Habibi. You kid, you, my nephew, Habibi. We can have you as a winger. In 10 years, you're gonna play national team in Egypt. if you keep the ball and never lose it and pass back all the time, we're gonna play you as a winger. You're gonna be talked about. You're gonna worth 100 million because you're gonna play a left winger for Pep Guardiola, and you're gonna pass back, and you're never gonna lose the ball, and you're gonna dive and win free kicks. You're gonna be great as long as you don't try to do things out of the ordinary. As long as you do not, what's the word I'm looking for?
Take
Don't
risks.
take risks. As long as you do not, um it's not either word when you something comes out of nowhere in your brain.
Creativity.
Like, as long as you do not do something out of the ordinary, as long as you do not, um I can't find the word now. People know. As long as you don't do this, you're gonna be £100 million winger. You're gonna play for Pep Guardiola. You're gonna win a treble, and you're gonna go and celebrate. Fantastic, absolutely. And we think this is football. This is football. We think this is football. We really think that this is how football should be played. We pass, 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 pass. Jeremy Doku comes in, probably loses the ball, triple the time that Jack Grealish lost the ball. Probably
Yeah.
time.
Times 3 minimum.
But it took one.
But he attempts.
But it takes one time from him, you scored. It took one time from him when he crossed in a dangerous area. Rudiger fluffed his line, you scored the goal. It took one time, but no. No, 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 no. Let's keep the ball. Jack Grealish in there. When Jack Grealish comes back, we're gonna have position. We're gonna have more position. Do you know what the problem is? In
You fully had enough of Pep Guardiola, I could tell. You just dislike the guy so much.
had enough of people telling me that football that we watch is about control. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Wallahi, I'm done. I'm done about, as long as we have position, nobody can cook us. Hamza today on Footy Judgment comes in, but we had them on ropes. But we had all the position. But we had this. We had the position. He called Real Madrid cowards. Right? Let me remind you guys of something. Right? In 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, right? AC Milan, one of the greatest teams that people saw before, with the Maldinis, the Frank Rijkaard, the
Which team again? Sorry?
the AC
94?
Milan of no, AC Milan of 89, 90, and 91. One of the
Okay.
teams, do you know what they're known for? The red and black wall. The red and black wall. You know why? They were so resolute with Franco Baresi and the guys and the Maldini at the back. They're so resolute at the back. The forward can do their jobs, right? But the back line is called the wall. And people call them, is one of the greatest teams ever, right? Why? Because they think football is about keeping possession, bro. They genuinely think. And listen, if it was my team, I would do the same. I want to keep possession. But also in the same time, ya akhi, take some risks.
Give me something.
Take on your man, ya akhi. Yani, how come, Jack Grealish, you are 1-on-1 with a number 10, with a 20 yards around you, and no one
I
is
know the
coming
one you're
to cover,
talking about as well.
and no one is covering you, ya akhi, and you do pop, 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 pass back. When are you gonna dribble? Jude Bellingham isn't even a freaking defender, ya akhi. And then the problem with this is that Pep Guardiola, I know what he's doing. He fooled people because his football wins. I know that his football wins in the leagues, right? It wins. He gets the best players, gets the best. He's a genius. He gets the best out of some players. He's a genius. Pep Guardiola is a genius. I'm not actually saying he's a bad coach. He's one of the best coaches ever in the history. Ever, right? But this control football isn't the thing. The idea of keeping the ball all the time, so you can be cooked after the game because you can go to the press conference and say, but we had possession, is not football.
Yeah.
It's not. This is not. Inter won a treble defending against Barcelona. It's fine. We beat them. And
You
we
had
beat Bayern Munich in the
10%
final.
possession that day.
It doesn't matter. Who cares? Real Madrid
You had less
defended today and
possession
won
than
on
Spurs
penalties.
in the Champions League final. Who cares?
Who cares? It's a final. But we had position, ya akhi. We had position. And also, we got to question a couple of things happened today, right?
What?
Just be honest with yourself, right? And I want everyone in the chat to think, I'm not hating on City or anything. As a club, I don't mind you. As a fan base, I don't mind you. Some of your friends. But the fact that you are becoming more and more like Barcelona fans, entitled, spoiled, think that football is all about position and having position, everybody should play the same way, is not good. I promise you, look at Barcelona fans now. They can't believe they're losing games. Bro, they're in denial that they're losing games. They're denial,
Yeah.
Barcelona fans, right? Why are you taking your number 9, who's only good in the box and scoring goals, when everyone from Real Madrid is jammed inside the box? Why? If the guy isn't good in anything other than one thing, being a fox in the box, right? This what they
Which
rave
is what
about
they
Haaland.
needed, to be honest.
Everything we sit, everything possession, ball possession, yeah, whatever. Everything they talk about is Erling Haaland. Well, Pep Guardiola didn't buy him for link up play. Pep Guardiola didn't buy him to pass the ball. He bought him to score goals in the box. Well, Real Madrid camped in the box. This is the
Do something.
true definition of we need a fox in the box now. We need a number 9 now. Here it is. Erling Haaland, rise and shine, Habibi. Rise and shine. Show me. Pep Guardiola looks around.
Let me
Erling
bring on
Haaland,
Julian
come.
Alvarez. That's
Erling
what comes.
Haaland, come out. Erling Haaland, come with me. Sit on the bench with me. Right? And then they tell me, but he's injured. Why Kevin De Bruyne missed that chance? Which is a lot of, by the way, I'm not that guy who's so shameless. A lot of players miss chances. Roberto Baggio, Romario, R9, everyone, Zidane, everyone misses chances. Why did he take him out? Why? What's the point of taking him out and having Kova? There is no reason for you to take Kevin De Bruyne out and put Kova in. There is no reason. Why? What are you going to do? Do you want more control? Like, do you want, like, are you asking for more control if Manchester City, if Real Madrid already dropping deep? Why do you want more control? Kevin De Bruyne was already good. He wasn't playing bad. Tired. Yeah, he was tired. But at the same time, other players were tired. This is your one guy. This is your one guy, Kevin De Bruyne, moments guy. Moments guy. Well, I'm not, by the way, I am not going to scapegoat Phil Foden today because it's not his fault. Again, it's not, he didn't do anything bad. He didn't do anything great. He didn't do anything bad. But in my opinion, I think Manchester City today only should blame themselves. And I said it on Footy Judge Mo. They played Nacho at the back. Nachos, you know the nachos? The Mexican food nachos at the back? They played in nachos at the back, right? They played nachos at the back. You didn't win. Like Pep Guardiola today, I don't know what he made with the subs. I had no idea, to be honest. Why did you make these subs? Why did you put Julian Alvarez in? Anyway, he gave Real Madrid a more chance to sit back. He gave Real Madrid a chance to sit back more comfortably by taking Haaland out. By taking Haaland out. That's what he did today, Pep Guardiola. In my opinion, like, I think this, and by the way, you know, I said it on the football terrace. I said, I'll be more surprised if Real Madrid beat Man City than if Arsenal beat Bayern Munich. Why? Second leg at home. Real Madrid don't have Tchouameni. They have a goalkeeper that I never heard of before a couple of weeks ago. Never heard of a couple of weeks ago. They don't have center back. Tchouameni is injured, right? Tchouameni is injured. So they don't have... Tchouameni is not even a center back, ya akhi. Right? Tchouameni is not even a center back. They played Nacho, right? Nacho. Man City had everyone fit. Everyone fit. Everyone fit. What's your excuse today? Why didn't you win? Listen, I'm not saying Lunin is good or bad. I just don't know Lunin. I don't know him. He's not Courtois. He's not Allison. He's not Edison, bro. I just don't know the guy. Right? But my thing is that you literally, like, you fluffed your lines today. You fluffed your lines. Manchester City at home, 3-3, should be winning the game with all your starting 11 available. Everyone is available now. Am I wrong? Everyone is available now. Right? Everyone is available for Manchester City. You had your strongest lineup you can have with Jack Grealish back. John Stones is on the bench. Right? Kyle Walker is back. Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Bernardo. Everyone is available from your starting lineup. And he didn't win. In my opinion, you have to hold corn for this 3-3. 3-3. Here you go.
Mo, do you think this could be the Bayer Leverkusen moment for Manchester City? And I'm not talking about Xabi Alonso Bayer Leverkusen. I'm talking about the Bayer Leverkusen with Michael Ballack.
What?
Think about it.
Which one? 2002.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I
What
don't
if
get
they
that.
go
I
lose
don't.
to Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final and bottle the league from here?
Ah.
Then what?
I I don't think they're gonna bottle the league though, but I see them losing to Chelsea. To be honest with you,
I actually
it's
think that
it's at
Chelsea will win.
Wembley, and I see them losing to Chelsea.
Yeah. I actually think Chelsea will win as well.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's. Is it Saturday? No, it's Sunday.
Yes, the game is Saturday. And by the way, what's it called? It's what's his name? Pep Guardiola has been complaining in the press conferences. Why do we play Chelsea on Saturday? We have Europe. They don't have Europe, and blah blah blah. Have you seen that press conference?
I haven't.
Yeah,
No.
he was actually saying that. He
Arsenal
was.
play on Saturday against Wolves as well, away from home.
Yes.
So why does he complain? Arsenal play in the league.
Ow.
Arsenal play in the league Saturday. I don't know what am I gonna do in the match reaction.
I love it.
I don't know, but anyway, people, I don't know what is gonna happen. But anyway, this Manchester City thing is so strange that
hmm
I don't know where they go from here, bro. I don't know.
I'll tell you where they go from here. They only know one way of recovering, which is winning more and more and more games, more and more and more and more games. This is just what I think. So I think if they win, season's done for me as a Liverpool fan. I fully don't believe we're gonna win the
Unless
league.
you come back against Atalanta tomorrow. Na, 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 ra, ra. Na, 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 ra, ra.
Darwin Nunes has 32 big chances missed. Luis Diaz has 10 big chances missed. Cody Gakpo has 9 big chances missed. And they have a ratio of, you know how many, if imagine Darwin Nunes scores 4 goals tomorrow. You know how many chances I have to create him? Big
About
chances.
80 something? Or
20. I have to create Darwin Nunes 20 big chances for him to get four goals. Anyway, so I think for me, as a Liverpool fan, I think our season's done, to be honest with you. The only way we can win this league is if both of the teams drop points. And I think Arsenal away at Wolves this Saturday is going to be a very tricky fixture for them. We'll see if they bounce back or not. But there's one thing that's said in the Arsenal segment, which is maybe the way that they play is more conducive to like winning in the league and all this type of stuff. So you could be right on that. With Manchester City, though, the road to recovery starts against Chelsea. And actually, let me check this real quick. I swear their game, I think us and Arsenal played 2 Premier League games before them. Yes. Their next Premier League game is Brighton away next Thursday at 10. So hypothetically, if Liverpool win the 2 games and Arsenal win the 2 games or whatever, maybe it could put a bit of pressure on them. But usually they rise under pressure.
Can I ask you something? Do you believe Arsenal can win every game from now until the end of the season? Do you believe it's a possibility? I'm not saying
There's one game where I expect they drop points.
Spurs?
No, United away.
United. Do you believe you can win every game until the end of the season?
If Spurs had Antonio Conte or Jose Mourinho or even Nuno Santo, I would say Spurs are getting something against both Spurs and against both Arsenal and City.
Okay.
Because they have this Ainge guy, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Do I think we're gonna win the games? No. That's why I don't think we're gonna win the league. خلاص, for me, my season's done, habibi. Unless the others just fall off catastrophically.
Okay. It's guys, Sam, can you read that last super chat, please?
Big up to Andrew says, Mo, where is Liverpool 70s and 80s team ranked and best ever in Europe? Asking because you were talking about AC Milan teams. Good question.
Wallahi, I never watched that team, so I just don't know. Like I kind of like watched a little bit the end a little bit, and I watched some highlights of that Milan team, but I never watched the 70s and the 80s. But I know one thing, it's the only English team to dominate Europe and England at the same time. That's what I know. But I'll be lying to you if I tell you that I actually know. I'll be lying to you if I tell you I know. Anyway,
I'm so glad that Mo is
people,
around.
tomorrow on Footy Judge Mo, Hussam will have LB to cook at 1:30 UK time, and Rory will talk actually more in depth about the seasons and what happens. And then Hussam is gonna have the Atalanta watch along, people. The Atalanta watch along.
Yay.
We got Atalanta. We have Atalanta. And then we're gonna have, guys, tomorrow, right after the game, we're gonna be on MHF.
Mm-hmm.
Win or lose or draw. There's no draw. Hussam is gonna be on MHF. And
We
then
could draw. It means we're out if we draw.
oh yeah, you can draw. I actually totally forgot. You can
Yeah.
draw. And then after this, it's gonna be cooking time. Tomorrow we can
I don't
have,
think I will get cooked. Me,
can
you
have-
mean, or the others?
we can have 3 turkeys tomorrow.
لا أنا my turkey is
We-
burned already. We
We can
buried it.
have 3 turkeys tomorrow. If they lose home and away to Atalanta, والله حسام أضحك زي ما أنت بتقول. Hussam, please don't lose to Atalanta home and away. Win, even 1-0, 2-0.
Why does it make a difference if we're out
It
already?
makes a
That's the part
difference,
I
يا
don't
أخي, because always we cook the recent one that lost. If you lose
حبيبي,
to
okay, but
Atalanta,
I've lost already. I'm out.
and
I'm out.
you know how content work. If you lose to Atalanta away from home and you end up like being like 5-1 down or 6-1 or something like this, يا
عادي.
أخي, nobody, والله ما حد هيرحمك. والله.
Read this out loud. Read it. Big up to
It's not my
Steven.
super
Say it.
chat.
Say it.
No. It's not my super chat. He's directing it to you. He made it. Steven, you made it wrong. You should have
Hussam,
said
you
it the
cooked
other way
Mo.
around.
Mo, your takes are either fire or crap. Hey.
But that's why they're absolutely great. They're fire or shit. They're good. It's either they're
your
bang
head.
on or they're shit
On
for you.
your
Anyway,
head up,
I want to thank
Mo.
everybody that is here. Did
Big
you
up Steven.
redirect? Did you redirect or did anything? Well, he's
Yeah,
done.
we're redirecting to Staffy now, guys.
Well,
We
he's
are
done.
redirecting to Staffy. What? Did they actually end the stream?
Yes, he actually.
Oh, he ended first.
He actually ended.
Okay, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. So tomorrow, full day of entertainment. Footy Judge Mo, watch along. This is football, MHF, and then inshallah Ahwa. So there's so much content coming your way. So stick around, Habibi. W Steven, man. W Steven. Love you all. And we'll see you guys inshallah tomorrow, post Liverpool Atlanta.